Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a first impressions using a lot of the new stuff that I got from my recent hauls. So I also have some things that I have never tried before that weren't in the haul. I'm super excited to try the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. This will be really cool. And some things that I have that I've actually never used before. So let's just get straight into it. So to start, I'm gonna open up these bad boys. This is the Super Barbie brush set and it comes in a little tin, which is really cute. My sister came over actually and saw these brushes sitting on the couch and she really liked them. So this is what they look like when you open the tin. They're just held in place by this little plastic thing. Okay, so taking them out of the tin. So get 4 brushes. They're very soft, like they feel amazing. And they each say what they're meant for. So you've got powder, blush, foundation, and eyeshadow. So 3 face brushes and 1 eye brush. Obviously, whatever brushes I need to use to complete this look, I will just grab from the brushes that I have. So let's start with the eyes today. So I'm going to be using the new Natasha Denona Sunrise palette. This is so pretty. So that is what it looks like inside there. It's got a good variety of colors, definitely like really sunrise sort of shades. I don't even know what kind of look I want to do today, so I think that we're just gonna have a play and see what happens. So to start, I'm gonna be priming my eyelids with the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. I don't have any new eyeshadow primers, so I figured I'll just use the same one I normally use. So to start, let's go in with the shade Morning here. You got a really good quality mirror in this palette too. This color is very vibrant, even though it looks really light in the pan. It's actually showing up really pigmented and it's blending really easily as well. I do really like the Natasha Denona eyeshadows. They definitely, like their other palettes are definitely a little bit more up there in price, but you do get a shit ton of product for the price. So for example, the Sephora palette, 4 of those like square eyeshadows that are in there is equivalent to the same amount of product in like the Soft Glam palette. So you do get a lot of product. So that's why those palettes are really popular with makeup artists, because obviously you can see the pigments there, but there's something that you don't have to go and replenish all the time because it's gonna last you. Like I low-key want to do a cut crease because I've been really liking them lately, but I feel like I've been doing it too much. So now I'm gonna take a smaller flat brush and I'm gonna go into the shade here called Carnelian. It's just that sort of orangey shade there. And I'm gonna take that just underneath that first color. It's so pretty, it's so pigmented. Guys, I'm actually like obsessed with the color of this. It's so vibrant. So I'm gonna go back in with that first brush I used and just blend all the edges together and make sure it's looking good. Okay guys, so I've decided I'm gonna do a cut crease because the colors are just so vibrant in there. I think it'll look really cool to have more of a contrast. So I'm gonna take our old friend, the Tarte Shape Tape here, and I'm gonna use that to cut my crease. And I'm gonna use the Anastasia, well, the number has rubbed off this, but it is the Anastasia concealer brush. I'm just putting a little bit of the concealer on my hand first. Okay guys, so we have cut our crease. I really want to get the P. Louise base and use that to do a cut crease because it's like an eyeshadow base and it has like a lot of pigment to it. So I feel like it would do the same sort of thing, but maybe not be as like super creamy like a concealer. If any of you guys have tried it, comment down below and let me know how you like it. Is it better than concealer? I feel like it would make the colors more vibrant, but yeah, let me know. Okay, so now we're gonna go on the lid. I'm gonna use the Barbie brush. It is a little bit fatter than what I would normally go for, but we're gonna try it out. So over the lid, I'm gonna go in with this shade here called Awakening. And I'm just like patting that on because I don't want to move around what's underneath too much. I'm gonna try it with my finger. It definitely shows up more pigmented with a finger on top, like pressing it on, versus a brush. And then I'm gonna use a really precise brush just to get that right up to the edges. Okay, so now we are going to go into this shade here called Glory, and I'm just gonna take that on the outer part of my eyelid. Okay, so you guys can see how it's looking now. You can see we had a little bit of fallout, nothing too major. Color is like this Glory shade, which is like more of a magenta kind of shade. They are a little bit harder to make, like purples and colors like that. So sometimes you can get a little bit of fallout, but the good news is that it's really easy to blend, really easy. All right, so I'm gonna go back in with that little Barbie brush. I'm gonna go into the shade here called Phlox. I don't know what that means, but I'm just gonna take that over the middle there where that pink and meets the lid color, just to blend them. Okay guys, so we've got our eyeshadow on. I really love the colors of this palette and I think that they blend really nicely. I am gonna add a little bit of eyeliner just to the lash line there, and I'm just gonna use the Kat Von D tattoo liner. Okay guys, so we have our eyeliner on. I've just done a really like small wing and just a really thin line across the top. I don't want to overpower the eyeshadow. So now we're gonna add some mascara. For mascara today, I'm gonna use the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir. This one here I have used before. Obviously you've seen it in quite a few videos, but I don't have a new mascara to share with you just yet. I have like a couple that are open, so this one and the Kat Von D one, and I think I prefer this one over the Kat Von D one. I have one waiting in the wings, which is the Milk Makeup Kush Mascara. I freaking love that mascara. You can't get it in Australia, so Milk Makeup isn't sold here. So my friend Courtney actually got it sent to where my sister was staying when she was in Canada for a holiday, and she brought it back for me, which is so nice. Okay, so you can see I've only put mascara on my top lashes. I'm gonna do the bottom lashes after we do like our complexion, just in case any concealer gets onto the lower lash line. Okay, so now that our eyes are done, let's move on to our complexion. So this primer is one I have been really excited to try out. It's got hemp-derived cannabis extract, which hydrates to plump and smooth for blissed out skin. A shot of blue agave holds makeup all day for a super fresh finish. Aloe water, cherry blossom, hyaluronic acid, and B vitamins boost skin for a healthier looking base. And it's oil-free, silicone-free, green tinted formula, goes on clear to work across all skin tones and types. And it says to pump 1 to 2 shots of primer on the back of your hand, blend a thin layer onto clean skin before makeup application. Allow formula 1 minute to fully absorb to activate grip for all day hold. So it's also gluten-free, cruelty-free, paraben-free, and vegan, which is amazing. I freaking hope that they come to Australia soon. So this is what the packaging looks like here. I'm so excited. Okay, so I've done 2 pumps on my hand there. It does feel like quite wet feeling, but it's nice that it's silicone free, because most foundations that are smoothing and blurring, they do have silicone in them. A lot of things do actually, like they've got dimethicone and stuff to help it like spread. It seems like this has lots of skincare benefits and ingredients in it too. It's starting to feel tacky. It has an interesting smell, but you definitely can start to feel that sort of gripping texture. So for foundation, I'm going to be using the Cover FX Natural Finish Foundation. I think I've worn this once, so I don't really remember how I liked it. So I'm going to try it out again. This is in the shade N10. We'll see how it matches. And I'm just going to apply that with the XO Beauty Sponge. It's not too bad of color match. I'm so pale. So this foundation is meant to be natural, like a natural to radiant finish. And you can get like a medium to full coverage with this. I feel like it's definitely gripping the foundation on to the primer. Like it feels like it's like getting like sucked on there, if that makes sense. So I feel like if you were to put foundation on and like on this side and then leave it and start blending the other side, I feel as though it might start to set quicker because of the primer. I don't know though. It just feels like it's like going into the skin quicker, if that makes any sense. So we are gonna build this up to a nice full coverage. Okay, so we've got that foundation blended out and I feel like it's looking very nice. It's looking very radiant and fresh. So we are going to add some concealer. So for the under eyes, I'm going to be using the Too Faced Born This Way concealer, and this is in the shade Swan. Okay, so we've got the concealer on and I'm definitely looking like I've got full coverage on because I look sick, which is what will happen if you just put full coverage foundation and concealer on and nothing else. So now that we've got that all on, we're actually going to set it in place with a powder. This is a new powder. It is a Marc Jacobs Accomplice Instant Blurring Beauty Powder, and it also has a brush in it, which is really cool. This is the shade 52 Siren. So I'm going to open this up and I'm going to swatch it on my hand because it does look very dark. I think that it'll work. It's blending into my skin. So we're going to take that powder brush that we got in that little pack, and we're just gonna dust that on to the skin. I feel like it is definitely changing the color of my foundation. I think that I could definitely use this as like a powder to sort of warm up the skin versus as a setting powder. Because on this side, if I just put it where like my bronzer would go, it works really nice as a bronzer and it's very like smoothing. And I'm just gonna take my beauty blender and go over those areas that I don't want to be as dark. So definitely not a setting powder for my skin tone. I think that if you are that skin tone, it would be beautiful. But I think for me, it's gonna be more of like a bronzing like or a powder to warm up my skin tone. So again, if I had a color that was like really not this, like not a good match, I could, or if I got like a little bit darker on my body and I wanted to make my foundation a little bit darker to match, I could definitely put that powder over the top just to give it a little bit more warmth. But for the under eyes, I am going to use the Bye Bye Pores Pressed. Okay, so I have a product, like I said, the Cover FX Click Sticks. I've never used this. This is in the shade Bubbly. So it's like a nice sort of champagne-y color highlight. And I'm gonna use my finger, and then it's actually really pretty. It has more of that sort of like pinky reflect to it. It doesn't look like it's really changing the texture of the foundation too much. This brand is the same as the foundations, so like really they should work together. And I only put a very small amount of powder on. Okay, we're looking pretty dewy. I'm into it. Okay, so I actually really like that stick. I feel like it made my skin look very like glowy and glossy, but it doesn't feel sticky. I feel like it's gonna set down and be amazing. Okay, so for bronzer, I'm going to use a Fenty bronzer. I think this was in my last first impressions video. This is in the shade Private Island. The highlighter actually looks really pretty. Okay, so we've got our bronzer on. For blush, I've used this one here a couple times. This is the Galifornia blush from Benefit. This one here I think will go really nicely with the eyes because we've got that sort of corally sunset pinky vibe happening. I'm going to take the blush brush out of that Barbie set. It's just so soft, and use that to apply it. Okay guys, I'm actually obsessed with like this highlight and how it looks. Now for brows, I'm really excited because I have this product from Milk Makeup. This is the Kush Fibre Brow Gel. This is in the shade Herb, and as we know, I'm obsessed with the Benefit Gimme Brow because your girl loves her sleep. And it's a really quick and easy product to use in the morning before work. So I'm curious to see if this one here is anything like it. It says, tinted heart-shaped fibers thicken brows for long-lasting fullness, shape, and definition. Conditioning hemp-derived cannabis oil fuses heart-shaped fibers to brows for fullness without flaking. Tapered brush deposits gel evenly for instant definition. And again, this product is vegan. Their Kush Mascara has the same heart-shaped fibers, so it helps to make your lashes look really full and long. And again, it's got the cannabis oil in that too. So it's really good because it's a vegan mascara. You can see that's what the brush looks like there on the brow gel. So it is similar to the Benefit one. It feels like a little bit more wet than the Benefit one, but I actually really like it. Okay, I actually really freaking like this. I feel like it is quite wet. You can layer this up as well, but I don't feel like I need to. I really like the color of this. So this is in the shade Herb, and it matches to my roots really well. It's not too ashy though. I'm interested to see actually if this makes my brows grow at all, or like makes the hairs look any different. Because it does say it has like the cannabis oil in there to help condition the brows. I wanted to see if it thickens up, like the formula, now that it's been opened. Because you know, sometimes when you get mascara and when you first get it, it's very like liquidy. And then after you've had it for a little bit, it starts to get a bit thicker. I wonder if that will happen with this, but I really like it. I'm so excited about that. Now we've got our brows on, I'm going to add some shadow to the lower lash line. So we're going to go back into that Sunrise palette. We're going to go into that first color there called Morning and take that right along the lower lash line. These colors are so pretty. Now I'm going to go in with this shade here called Jasper, and I'm going to take that really close up to the lower lash line. That looks so good. I love how like these colors just like blend into each other. Okay, so we've got our shadow on now. We are going to add some mascara. Okay, so we've got our eyes done. Now we want to add some color to our lips. So for the lips, I'm going to be using a new lipstick from Lancôme. This one here is one of the Mademoiselle shines, and it's in the shade 368, which is called Mademoiselle Smiles. But first, I'm going to line my lips with a lip liner. So I picked like a lighter pink. The lipstick shade is quite a bright one, but it is quite sheer as well. I've got the lip liner on now. I'm going to put the lipstick over the top. So as you can see, it is quite sheer in comparison to what it looks like in the tube. It's still quite a bright color. So that is what the lipstick looks like on. It is very like thin feeling, which is really nice. I don't normally do like really bright lips. I'm feeling like very carnival. Okay, so now all that's left to do is to set my face. I don't have any new setting sprays, so I'm going to use the Makeup Revolution Hyaluronic Fix, since I always use my Cover FX Dewy Finish. So that is the end of this first impressions video. I'm obsessed with this Milk one already. Milk Makeup is one of my favorite brands. Like, I've liked pretty much everything I've tried from them. This I will be using like no tomorrow. This is the Kush Brow Gel. It is freaking fantastic. I really also like the eyeshadow palette, obviously. It's beautiful. And then I was pleasantly surprised by like these little click sticks, but that was really beautiful on the skin. The foundation's looking great, so love that. I have noticed, like, I always raise my eyebrows when I'm doing my my eyeshadow, which makes my foundation crease up here like nothing else, and like go into my expression lines. So it's not a huge deal. I just need to like learn not to do that. So I definitely found like a major new favorite with this. I cannot wait to use this every single day. And then obviously I'm going to be using the eyeshadow palette again and again and again, and the primer too. I would say that the Marc Jacobs powder is really cool because it does have like the little brush that comes inside there. So if you're on the go, it's really easy to touch up. Especially if you're oily. It has a nice big mirror in there. I would say though, for someone with my skin tone, this shade, and I can't remember whether this was the lightest shade that they had, but for someone with my skin tone, it works best as sort of like a bronzing slash powder to warm up your skin tone. But I'm really happy with the way this makeup look turned out. Leave a comment down below and let me know what is a new product that you've been loving lately. Don't forget to like and subscribe before you leave today. And if you want to get notified when I upload, make sure you have your little bell ticked. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye. Also, shout out to Ella at Jad Hair in Epping. She did an amazing job with my hair, and this is why it looks so good in this video. So if you guys are in like the northern suburbs of Melbourne and you need a good hairdresser, definitely hit her up. I love the way my hair turned out. I saw her last time and you could tell the color did not go brassy at all, and I hadn't seen her in like 5 months. So yeah, amazing.